Russia says that a Ukrainian drone attack has sparked a fire at a fuel depot in the western Smolensk region overnight. But the governor denies the Ukrainian drone hit the depot, saying the fire was caused by fallen debris after air defense forces shot it down. It's not clear if there are any injuries. Ukraine has stepped up attacks on oil facilities in Russia since the start of the year. U.S. lawmakers are preparing to hold a crucial vote on aid for Ukraine. The U.S. has been Ukraine's biggest backer in its war against Russia, but Congress has not approved major funding since last year, mainly because of bickering across the political aisle. Democratic lawmakers in Congress have been pushing for a major new weapons package for Ukraine for months, but Republicans are reluctant to provide funding to them. There now appears to be cross-party support for a $61 billion package for Ukraine.
Ukrainian forces on the front line have long had to ration their ammunition. Right now, they're being outgunned by the Russians. In the eastern Donetsk region, President Volodymyr Zelenskyy thanked his troops this week. In the embattled town of Chasiv Yar, which Ukraine says Russia aims to capture in the coming weeks, he could hand out medals for their bravery, but not the tools to do the job. Zelenskyy has long appealed for more military aid for frontline forces and for air defense systems to protect cities like Kharkiv. Ukraine's second-largest city suffers almost daily attacks.
We in Ukraine have been waiting for months for this vital support package, waiting for a vote in Congress. As a result, the terrorists' confidence has been growing.
The US has already given record sums to Ukraine. The total so far, $75 billion. And crucially, nearly two-thirds of it was military aid. The long-awaited new package totals over $60 billion, well over a third of it for Kyiv to buy advanced weapons systems and for US forces to provide training. The CIA has warned Ukraine could lose the war by the end of the year without additional aid. The Pentagon says it could get shipments moving within days, as it has stockpiles in Europe of just the weapons that Ukraine so desperately needs.
So the U.S. House Speaker has moved ahead on the Ukraine aid package. But at what cost? Benjamin Alvarez-Gruber in Washington sent us this update.
Embattled Republican Speaker Mike Johnson is risking his job to deliver aid to Ukraine. Many Republicans are increasingly reluctant to provide funding to Kyiv, and calls from within the party, the Republican Party, to oust the Speaker of the House over the supplemental are growing. Mike Johnson will need Democratic votes to get the $95 billion foreign aid and arms bills passed, something very unusual in a deeply polarized House of Representatives. It now remains to be seen how this crucial vote for Ukraine will unfold on Capitol Hill, and also if a group of Republicans will push forward with their attempt to oust the Speaker of the House.
In Europe, other NATO members have agreed to strengthen Ukraine's air defenses, including sending more Patriot missile systems. It follows President Zelensky's plea for more help with to fend off Russian airstrikes. Separately, Ukraine says it has shot down a long-range Russian bomber for the first time, but officials in Moscow say the plane crashed because of a malfunction.